Welcome, dear readers. In this video, I will draw your attention, and perhaps your memories, to a great science fiction classic, Dune, by Frank Herbert. This saga has certainly stimulated the imagination of an entire generation, but many of you are unfamiliar with it, so I would like to pique your curiosity about it. There is a substance in the universe more precious than gold, more coveted than power itself. They call it meling. The spice, and whoever controls it, controls the fate of every living soul among the stars. It exists on only one world, a planet of endless desert where the sun bleaches bone and the sand swallows cities whole. Its name is Arrakis. The locals have another name for it, Dune, on a green world called Caladan. Far across the galaxy, a noble family has ruled with honor for 26 generations. House Atreides, led by Duke Leto, a man so admired, so respected, that those above him have begun to see him as a threat. His son is 15, quiet, watchful, trained in the ways of war by the finest soldiers alive, and in the ways of the mind by his mother, a woman who belongs to a secretive order with designs of their own, the Bene Gesserit. For centuries, they've been breeding bloodlines in shadow, engineering a super being, a mind powerful enough to see through time itself, a being they alone intend to control. Paul's mother, Jessica, was commanded to bear a daughter, one more link in the genetic chain. Instead, out of love for the Duke, she bore a son. That single act of defiance may have unleashed something the Bene Gesserit never intended, a power arriving one generation too early, and a vessel no one can master. The Emperor offers Arrakis to Duke Leto, the most valuable planet in the known universe, handed over like a gift. But Leto knows what gifts from emperors really are. They are traps dressed in silk. For 80 years, Arrakis belonged to House Harkonnen, brutal, cunning, obscenely wealthy from the spice trade. They haven't surrendered the planet. They've been ordered to leave, and Baron Vladimir Harkonnen does not forgive. He does not forget. The Atreides leave the ocean world they've known for generations, and step onto a planet that seems determined to kill everything that breathes. Arrakis holds no rain, no rivers, no open water anywhere on its surface. What it holds is heat, silence, and something far worse. Things that move beneath the sand. The spice saturates everything here, the food, the air, the blood. In small doses, it extends life, expands the mind. In larger doses, it opens doors that were never meant to be opened. And the sandworms, creatures of impossible size, drawn by the faintest vibration, capable of swallowing an entire mining operation whole. Gods of the deep desert. Paul feels it the moment he sets foot on the sand. Something vast and patient, watching from below. The desert is alive, and it is waiting. But the desert holds another secret. A people live out there in the deep wastes, where no outsider dares to go. The Fremen, silent, fierce, ancient. They carry a prophecy that one day a messiah will come from the outer world to lead them to paradise. Leto moves carefully. He seeks alliance with the Fremen. He fortifies, he plans. But the machinery of his destruction has already been set in motion, and the traitor is already inside his house. Someone close to the Duke has been bought. Someone trusted, and the price of that betrayal will be paid in blood. The Harkonnens strike in the dead of night, backed by the Emperor's own elite soldiers, disguised, deniable, devastating. The Atreides' defenses crumble from within. The household guard is slaughtered. Caladan's banners burn on foreign sand. Duke Leto is captured, broken, but even in chains, he carries one final weapon, a poisoned tooth in his own mouth, meant for the Baron's face. He bites down. The gas fills the room. The Baron survives, and Leto does not. In the chaos, Paul and his mother are cast into the open desert to die, left to the sand and the sun with nothing but still suits and silence. But Jessica is Bene Gesserit, and Paul is something the universe has never seen before. They survive the first night and second, and they walk into the deep desert, past the edge of every map, into the place where legends begin. The Fremen find them. Stilgar, their leader, watches Jessica fight and recognizes the Bene Gesserit way. He watches Paul, and something ancient stirs behind his eyes. A recognition, a word murmured like a prayer, Listen al-Gaib. But the desert does not give shelter for free. A warrior named Jameis challenges Paul to a ritual duel, blade against blade, to the death, with no appeal and no mercy. Paul has trained his entire life. He has never killed a man. The crysknife catches the light. Jameis is fast, fueled by rage and pride. But Paul moves the way water moves, fluid, certain, inevitable. When it ends, Jamie's lies still. But something else has died on that sand, the boy Paul used to be. And then Paul does something no Fremen has ever witnessed. He reaps water, the most precious substance on Arrakis, given freely, from a stranger's eyes, for a man he was forced to kill. The whisper passes through the crowd. He gives water to the dead. He takes a Fremen name. The name of the small creature that survives where nothing should, Muaddib, the desert mouse. And around him, one by one, the Fremen begin to kneel. But that night, alone in the silence of a desert cave, Paul sees something that freezes the blood in his veins. Not a dream, a vision. Vast, uncontrollable. He sees a holy war fought in his name, spreading across 1,000 worlds. Cities in flame, billions dead, and in every future he can find. He is the one who lights the match. Can a man become a god without becoming a monster? Deep in the desert, there is a woman whose eyes are entirely blue, blue within blue. She will change Paul in ways that war and prophecy never could. But in a world where water is worth more than blood, what does love cost? There is a poison on Arrakis, a liquid so lethal that no man has ever survived it. They say it holds the key to an ancient power. Paul will have to drink it, and what waits on the other side is not mercy. They say no outsider can ride the great worms of the deep desert. They say it's impossible. But the Fremen have a saying: God created Arrakis to train the faithful, and the faithful are about to march. An emperor sits on a golden throne, certain he has crushed House Atreides forever. A baron feasts, believing he's already won. Neither of them has any idea what the desert is building, what the desert is becoming. Will Paul Atreides claim vengeance, or become something far more dangerous than vengeance could ever be? This is where the story truly begins. The rest is waiting for you. If I've managed to pique your curiosity, all you have to do now is to get yourself a copy of the book. See you soon on the Synthetic Oracle channel for more teasers on famous books. Happy reading!